Hey y'all, I'm so excited because I just walked outside and it feels like actual fall. So the attire is necessary anyways. I'm just one random girl on the internet. I'm so glad you clicked on this video today. I'm about to take Chloe outside, which is my chihuahua, on a walk. We're gonna have some fun. Yeah? Do you hear? I also need to go to Food Line to get a few ingredients. My goodness. She says, I do not care. Just let me go outside. Anyway, I'm going to take her outside. We're going to go get a few ingredients to cook a delicious meal today. And we're just going to have a productive day in the life. So hopefully you enjoy this video. If you like videos like this, please subscribe. It is free and we are so close to 14,000. So, alright Miss Chloe. Let's go for a walk on this beautiful day.
Met him on a sunny day in late July, and everything turned upside down. I almost lost track of time as weeks went by. I couldn't get him off my mind. I told him I want that great love.
These are always spinning, or they're not supposed to be.
Tight, knowing that you can't get burned. Just tell me how we lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know. And tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't want to let you go. Cause we wanted different things, and I have to deal with it. But it's not easy, so tell me how to let go. Cause you really seem to know how to carry on your own. Ever since I got a good look in his eyes, I just knew that he was there. He said he wanted to take it slow, I couldn't help that I wanted to take it to the next level. Cause I wanted that great love. Standing in the
Hello girls.
on fire. Don't know how you got there, but you hold tight, knowing that you can't get burned. Just tell me how we lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know. And tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't want to let you go. Cause we wanted different things, and I have to deal with it. But it's not easy, so tell me how to let go. Cause you really seem to know how to carry on your
What are y'all doing? You look so silly. You look so silly under there. You got your light, Chloe? Oh my goodness. What are you trying to do? What were you trying to do? She doesn't have no milk in those. You are so sweet. Come here, Margaret. Alright, the cats and dogs are taken care of. I'm going to head to the store now and we're going to pick out those ingredients. Here's my outfit of the day. This whole outfit was thrifted. So, I can't remember, but I think I got this shirt at a Goodwill. Yeah. Most of the things that I get thrifted are from a Goodwill. And then these pants were also from Goodwill. The shoes are from Temu, but everything else is from the thrift store. So I think that's so cool. I love going to the thrift store. Sometimes you can find really good stuff. We need to do another thrift shop with me soon. We did one, I think, a couple of weeks ago, and y'all really liked that video, so I'm gonna have to do another one again, maybe next week. This week, I've got a Big Lots shop with me planned, so the week after that, we could do the thrift store. Alright, here's the haul of what I got today at the store. So, a couple of these things are for a simmer pot that I'll have in another video. And then some of this is for the marinade for this video. So I got an apple, and then I got another apple. This big one, I think I'm planning on using for today's recipe. And then this little one is going to go in the simmer pot. The orange is also for the simmer pot. And so are these cinnamon sticks. This brand is generally more expensive than the Food Line brand, but today it was actually like 30 cents cheaper to buy these cinnamon sticks versus the generic brand. I got garlic powder for the marinade today, ground mustard for the marinade, and brown sugar and apple cider, because we're going to make an apple cider marinade for the pork chops. That's what we're having, apple cider marinade pork chops. And I'm going to chop up this apple, maybe half of the apple, with some onion on the side and like caramelize that. Got some paper plates or styrofoam plates, gallon size bags, some milk, oil, because we're going to fry the pork chops. And then I got some macaroni salad I'm going to eat before I cook. And then I got terrific cheesecake ice cream. Aaron likes this one. And then our pork chops are right here thawing out. And I need to go ahead and make the marinade real quick, because you got to heat it up for everything to get like melted, like the sugar. And then you have to cool it before you can marinate the pork. I guess because if you just try to go ahead and put the hot juices in with the pork, you're going to start the cooking process, and you don't want to do that. Alright, I've got my eye on 4, so like a medium. And now I'm going to half in this recipe, but I will leave the recipe linked in the description box for y'all if you want to follow along. So the first thing it says is I'm going to do 1 cup of apple cider. We have 3 pork chops. So it's still like this recipe would be good if you have like a whole family, but it's just Aaron and I. So I need to fix that thing where the screen stays on. So I'm measuring out 1 cup of apple cider. Okay. I'm gonna pour that in. Also, I picked out a smaller pan, so I didn't want to put 2 cups of liquid in here. Also, I'm going to use some of this apple cider for the simmer pot in another video. Okay, so the next thing it says is 6 tablespoons of brown sugar. So we're going to do 3. And I got the dark brown sugar, but you could use light brown sugar. I'm sure you could use any kind of sugar. If you don't want to use brown sugar. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow what it says, minus the measurements. Okay. Alright, so 3 tablespoons. 1 2 3. Alright, so that's for those. Then, I'm not going to use this spoon to cook with, by the way. Then we need 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, so we're going to do 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Oh, our neighbor mowed our grass, by the way. Aaron. Yes, that's what woke me up today. Okay, so, where'd it go? Okay, 1 teaspoon of this. I'd say that's enough. 1 teaspoon. I had to get some garlic powder because all I had was garlic salt. Okay, which I guess I could have used because it says 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. So we're going to use half a teaspoon of salt. I feel like this is helpful for those of y'all that also only have two people eating in your house. Because I've got it pretty much half and everything. At least this recipe, it's easy to half the stuff. Okay, so we need half a teaspoon of this. Okay. I would say that's half. Okay. Now, I think that's it for the ingredients. Oh, no. Half a teaspoon of dry mustard. That's the other thing I bought. So this is going to be the one thing that's a little bit hard to measure. I'm just going to put a little pinch. So I would say that would be half a teaspoon. Or no, 1/4 of a teaspoon. It's not. I think that's a good amount. It's literally, you know, just a little pinch. Hard for y'all to see. Okay. So now, let's scroll down a little bit more. Whisk brown sugar, garlic, dry mustard, cook over medium heat, stirring occasionally. Bring to a boil. Cook 5 minutes, remove from heat, and transfer into a mason jar. Cool before using marinade. So I may end up just transferring mine into this measuring cup because I don't think I have a mason jar that hasn't been used before for like something else. Okay, so I need to stir this up. It says to whisk, but I'm just going to do this with my wooden spoon because the only whisk I have is one that is metal, and I really want to keep these pans looking good as long as possible. So I may need to bring my temperature up. I wasn't sure. I just brought it up to 6. We'll see if that boils. And then I'm just going to sit here and continue to stir. So once this boils, I'll come back to y'all. Alright, so we've got her at a boil. She's been this way for 1 minute. So I am just going to keep stirring until it's been 5 minutes. It's definitely gotten thicker and it's also reduced down a little bit. So I'm really excited to try this. The smell coming from it is really good. I smell the apple and the garlic mostly. That's what I smell. Oh, I can't wait. Alright, marinade is done. It cooked down quite a bit. So I'm going to use that in about 30 minutes. I'll see if it's, you know, like room temperature, and then I'll go ahead and put it in the porks and leave them in the refrigerator for about an hour. So I've got my marinade right here. If you're curious what the marinade tastes like, it reminds me of molasses or honey. One of those.
Baby, it's now or never. Gotta leave this town, and I know what you're asking for. You say it's out of my A stormy rain tried to wash away the dream. Staff one, it says a worn out sign, and the diner's name is California Dreams. Hey, oh, for as long as I remember, it's been stuck inside my mind. You can't ask me to.
Okay, so Sarah sent us a storage container for the cat food, so I'm about to transfer that in here, and then I'm going to get the kitchen straightened up over here. That way we can get to cooking. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Sarah. Also, there was some other things that we got in the mail, so I sent out all of you thank you notes. So I don't know how you get those, but on Amazon it gives me like a little QR code I can scan and send you a thank you note, so definitely check that. But let's go ahead and get this in there.
When reaching for the dream keeps me alive. For as long as I remember, it's been stuck inside my mind. You can't ask me to surrender. When reaching for the dream keeps me alive. Keeps me alive. For as long as I remember. Do you ever feel you don't get out what you're putting in? All your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring? Oh, there must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscience. Different things in different ways. There must be love. There must be a reason, and a little bit of faith has got to come my way. I was just a little girl when my mama used to say, ooh, happiness requires work every day. Oh, and if that someone makes you smile, it leaves you with a scar. Don't let them tell you what you feel.
Alright, so in the corner over there I have my pot of water going. I put a little bit of salt in it. So a lot of you told us in the comments that you do not peel your red potatoes, and actually so I'm not going to peel too much. I will peel a little bit. I feel like I could keep some of this. I'm just taking this eye off. Okay, so I'm just going to peel these a little bit, and then I'll get them in the pot.
There must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscience. Different things in different ways. There must be love. There must be a reason. And a little bit of faith has got to come my way. I gave it all to you for too There must be more. There must be another way. There must be
Alright, so you can see I've got the potatoes going right here. I'm going to go ahead and start this. I also cubed my potatoes a little bit bigger just because I know cooking the pork chops is going to take a little bit of time, and I want everything to kind of be done around the same time, except for I do have 3 pork chops, and I think I may cook them depending on how big they are. I may just put 1 in here at a time because I think actually that may cook them faster because then the oil will stay warm longer. Alright, so I'm gonna turn this down to like medium, and I'm just gonna add enough oil to where half of the pork chop is covered. Alright, that should be enough. Okay, and I was gonna make apple cinnamon muffins today, and then I remembered about my oven, so I was like, okay, well, we're not gonna make that then. And then I forgot the French onion that I was gonna get to go with my green beans, but that's okay. So I'm gonna let this heat up now. I'm gonna wash my hands, pull out the pork chops. Got out our marinated pork. This has probably been in the refrigerator for 2 hours actually, which is good. And then this is heating up. I need to get the other thing over here. Well, not yet. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I have some mushrooms in here that we used the other day for the soup. So I'm gonna use some of these. They still, I think they're okay. Yeah, they're not slimy or anything. They just smell like mushrooms. I'm gonna use some of those, not many. And then got 1 sweet onion. You can use whatever you want. I'm just making a onion, sauteing onion, caramelized onion, and I think it was this apple. What kind is this? Honeycrisp apple. This is the kind of apple I was gonna use. Wow, this over here is so humid. I'm gonna turn this down to 7. Okay, so now I'm just gonna chop up this stuff right here because we're gonna be cooking that in a little bit.
Wonder if you think about me like I think of you. Wonder if you dream the way I do. When you look at clouds, do you see faces as I do? Do you get caught?
Alright, that's definitely ready. It's already popping. I actually turned it down to 4 for that reason, because it just popped everywhere. Okay, so it's turned down. And I need to get some pork chops in there fast. I actually removed it off the heat because it was popping all over. Okay. I could definitely put 2 in here at one time. I'm gonna do that. I thought this pan was smaller than it is. Okay, now this is hard. Pulling them out. Okay, I'll see you on a second. Alright, I put some of the juice in there. I'm gonna grab some. We already had salt in the marinade, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. But I need to find our pepper. Where's it at? Well, I got one that you just push the button and go. Alrighty. It's cooking now. I think I made, it's in between 3 and 4. But this thing is getting hot. Okay, now I'm just gonna get back to this.
Wonder what would happen if I showed these words to you. Wonder if you laugh at my simple poetry. Or even worse, would you look at me with pity in your eyes, saying I'm great and that you would like to be my friend? 'Cause you got something that my heart just can't ignore, that I've never felt before. And if you go, I wanna go there with you.
Alright, I'm pausing from the chopping because these are definitely needing to be flipped. Oh my goodness. Okay. There's that. I need to add more salt. Pepper. Goodness. And then I don't want to overcook them, but I probably will turn the temperature up a little bit because I would like them to be more caramelized looking than they do right now. And I think it's because I have it on 4, but when I had it turned up higher, it was popping everywhere. So all I have left to do is chop this onion, and then I'm going to pull out my electric little cooktop and do that over here.
Sometimes see you staring at the shadows on the wall. Wonder if you think about escaping. Or do you like the way the sun is dancing in the fall? Maybe you find some peace of mind, maybe not.
Alright, I've got all of our little fruit and vegetable right here. I'm going to add a tiny bit of oil. I went on Google to see like what's the best way to do this, and they said to use a little bit of oil. So I'm just going to add a little. Okay. And then to use a little bit of butter, because each of them provide a different flavor. So that's what we're going to do. And I've got this on 5, so I guess like medium. So again, I don't know. Temperatures, there's like a lot that goes into cooking. So, but I'm excited because I want to do it. And we're just going to do it. You never can get better at something unless you try. Okay. So I would say that's a tablespoon right there. Alright, that's what we're going to do. Looks like my pork chops are almost done. I'm going to flip them again. And I'm left-handed, so I have to have the handle on the right side. But you'll notice I left the onions and the apples pretty decent size. I know they're going to cook down a lot, but I still want some of that. I do want some of this texture. Quite a few of you are worried about that vegetable soup I made with the veggies being too small. The only ones that disappeared, which was the concern, was the mushrooms, which was what I wanted. But the carrots and celery were still very much visible, and they were just a lot softer. So I also just like to cook, chop things up pretty small so they'll cook faster. Like my potatoes, I normally chop up really small. Y'all may hear Aaron outside. He is finishing up the floor of the shed. We needed that one little piece that we got last, well, it was when I did my fall front steps. I'm excited to try this. I've never had caramelized apples with onions before, but I also turned to Google for that to make sure that it is even a thing. Now, I don't know if the mushrooms being in here is a thing, but I just wanted to use a little bit before I had to toss the rest of it. Maybe I can freeze mushrooms. That way it doesn't happen again, because I definitely wasted like half of that container. Okay, I'm going to let this sit here. I'm going to bring y'all over here. You can see I did turn up the pork chops a little bit. It's kind of sitting in between 4 and medium. Okay, yeah, that's better. That's more of what I was looking for. Just a little bit of color so they're not so pale. And I did add some of that apple marinade to this. I think I did make a mistake, and like next time I will just go ahead and do the full thing. Because I think it could have used that. It could have used all of it. Okay, so I didn't put pepper on this side. I'm going to put some here. And even though I don't think Aaron is going to use any of that, I do feel like we should just at least put a little bit of this in here for flavor. Okay, maybe not so much the onion. He's not a big onion person, but the apple. That's why I have this cooking separately. Otherwise I could just put it all together. But that would just help us get a little bit of that aroma. And then I may go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of salt on there. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want to add to this. I think we're good. I do have more of that apple cider, but I don't know if I want to do that or not. I don't know if that would be weird or not. But I'm so excited for this. I don't even know if my potatoes are cooking. Oh yeah, they're already soft too, so I'm just going to leave them turn down a little bit. And then I also have a plate right here with a paper towel on it to take these off. I'm probably going to take this off in like 3 minutes, because it's been a good 10 minutes so far. Okay, if you had told me at the beginning of the year, even like a month ago, that I was going to be cooking all the time, I would probably have laughed and been like, no, I'm not. Because I feel like there was a time where I loved to cook, and then I felt like I just got a little bit discouraged because I would cook and then the outcome wasn't like what I expected. And then I felt like, well, why am I putting all this effort into doing this and then it doesn't turn out the way, you know, I thought it would. So I kind of just stopped cooking, or I do like the bare minimum. So that's why I cooked like a lot of taco salad, or a lot of the same meals over and over and over again that I knew I was good at, because then I didn't have to worry about rejection. But whenever I feel like, you know, when I did that, it made it to where I was basically saying to myself, well, I'm not going to get any better, so I might as well just quit. And I think, like, I kind of wish I had not quit, and I kind of wish I had just kept going. So if there's something that you feel like you're not good at, don't quit. If it's something you enjoy doing, keep doing it. And take advice, take feedback, educate yourself. Because it's hard to get better at something if you aren't willing to learn or listen to other people's advice. Because obviously advice is hard to hear. I think we all want to feel like we just know what we're doing and we don't need any help. But the more we ask for help, the better we get, and then we can help other people. So if we don't ask for help, then that kind of ends the little chain of events, right? So always ask for help. Okay, so since the random thing on Google said that butter adds a different flavor into these things, I'm gonna add a little bit of butter into this. How about that? How about them apples? Y'all like my little dad joke? I hope you do. I hope you do. I really want this to be good. I told Aaron, I said, I'm gonna make this meal make you want to love me all over again. Because we've been together for a while. Oh my goodness. Come on out of there, butter. I really wanted it to go over here. Put you in the middle there. Thank you so much. It might even be nice to the butter. Okay. Also, let me see what these look like on the other side. Are y'all ready for this? Because I have no idea. Oh yeah. Okay. One thing I'm curious about is why does pork blow up like that? Bologna does the same thing. I don't get it. I don't get it. Am I supposed to cut a little slit in the middle so it doesn't do that? I have no idea. Okay, if anything, these are going to be cooked longer than they had to be. Y'all, am I really going to heat up the green beans? I don't know. Is it worth it? Is Aaron going to miss the green beans if I don't cook them? Probably not. I may just... I'm not cooking the green beans, y'all. Okay. We're just having meat and potatoes today. Alright, so I just pulled those two out. This is what they look like right now. I am going to take a little bit of this oil because it's got the meat flavor in it. And I'm going to put it in here. Y'all tell me how I'm doing. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm having fun. Okay. This is doing something now. They're getting smaller. They're shrinking. Now I gotta cook the other pork chop. What else am I gonna do? Okay. Let's do it. I think we got enough oil in there to do that. Y'all, I wasn't paying attention. This is the first time my water is almost cooked all the way out of my potatoes. So I don't even know if I need to strain these. Let's see. There's not much water in there. So for my potatoes, I add butter, a little bit of milk, and sour cream. So here's the amount of everything. Got about 2 spoonfuls of sour cream, a little bit of milk, like just a dash, and then about a tablespoon of butter. And then if this isn't good enough, then I'll just add some more. Okay, so we also put this chicken bouillon powder in there, just a little bit, and it does add flavor to it. I've actually saw someone else do this the other day on TikTok, and I thought, oh my gosh, they're like me. I don't know when I started doing it, but I always do it. Alright, I added a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, then I tasted it. It tastes good to me, so I don't do anything else to it. If it does taste a little like bland, I'll just keep adding more butter or salt or sour cream, but I don't normally go back in with milk. As long as it's creamy like that, it's enough milk. Alright, dinner's done. So we've got everything here. The mashed potatoes taste great. We got our pork chop with our, I would say they're sauteed, not caramelized. I don't think I did something right, but anyways, I'm excited to eat this. And yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will see you back here very soon for another one. Bye.